Welcome to another episode of Let's See Plans. I'm your host KD, and today we have a special guest, Zhane.
Yes.
Okay, we
Perfect.
good. Yeah, thank you for coming. I appreciate you
Of
coming.
course.
So, I want to say congratulations on passing. You have passed your life insurance agent exam or
Yes.
something like that.
That
What do you call that?
state exam. It's
Oh, state
life
exam.
insurance agent.
Okay, so how was that? Like, how does that work? It's like a lot of questions.
So it was 90 questions, and I had to at least get a 70, or I had to at least get 70 correct. It was broken up in two parts, so more like a general section, and then one that was based on the state of Georgia, like pertaining to them.
Okay. So, what made you choose that career?
Everybody needs life insurance. It's really bad that, especially in our community, we see so many GoFundMe's after people pass away, or people having to make plate dinners and whatever just to pick up that extra funds when our people pass away. And with inflation, everything is already hard on people when you could just pay $18 to $25 a month, which is less than one meal nowadays, if you think about it. Just once a month, and you can pay that. But me, because I have a heart disease, I can't get a life insurance policy on myself. So I was like, you know what? I want to learn different ways on how I can invest my money to multiply it instead of just allowing it to sit in the bank account where it only gains a 2% interest every year. You know what I mean? Yeah. That way I still have something to give my kids if I ever have any, or just be able to pay any debts that I have off and, set up my funeral for when I go.
So you mentioned about you having a heart disease. Like you was born with that? All right, how you?
Yeah, it's genetic for my dad.
Oh wow.
So I just had my second heart surgery in April this year.
Wow. Okay. On what? Damn. No, cause see, I have a friend who have a heart condition.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So one my best friend, him. Nah. Nah. Yeah, he has a heart condition, and he been battling with that since we was kids. I knew him since second grade. So like, do you have like problems of like doing a lot of physical activities?
I mean, yes and no. I'm just always told not to do too much cardio because my heart is always overworking itself. So I take medication to make sure the blood flows in and out of it properly. But I mean, that's about it. I still work out. A lot of times I feel like I'm overdoing it or pushing myself, but the same way they would tell you, like a normal, healthy person, like, hey, do this to keep your heart healthy, I feel like I need to do a little bit of that. Not too much, but enough. Because you want to keep it working. And I never want to become stagnant where,
I feel you on that part.
now I've sat still too long and my heart is like, dang, what is this?
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Because I would never thought that. Like seeing you, I would never.
A
I would
lot of
never have
people
thought
think
that.
that or never would guess it.
Yeah.
So when I go into the doctor's appointments, they're like, you're 30 and you got all these issues. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to look like it. You can still take care of yourself.
True. That's good. I applaud you for still continue to, what I'm saying, just have a backup plan. And even though you couldn't get life insurance, you still want to be a life insurance agent, help others. Yeah, because you made a good point. You was like, our community don't have life insurance. I just recently got on life insurance. Yeah, like I think a couple months ago, because I knew somebody who had died. I don't know how he died, but I seen his dad made a GoFundMe page. So, and like I ain't gonna say the person's name, but I was going through his Facebook page. I'm seeing him like iced out with jewelry and stuff like that, and I was thinking to myself like, damn, if I drop dead right now, like I only can imagine what my parents would say. Like he spent all this money on this, he couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't want my parents to do that. I just went on, just got on life insurance ASAP.
That's good.
Yeah.
Insurance is really just money anyway.
True. Yeah.
If you know how to multiply it and do the most with it or allow, a company to do that for you, you reap the benefits.
Yeah, I feel you on that part.
I will talk to you about what type of policy you do have, though. We can do that off camera.
Oh, you crazy.
Gotta
Okay.
make sure you're good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Actually, no, I don't mind sharing it. I don't mind sharing it.
It's up to you.
No, it's all good. No, it's basically, it's like the type of policy I got. I don't, damn.
Well, is that a whole life policy or a term
I do have a
policy?
whole, I have a, I think a whole life. So like I could take loans out, cause like when I was looking for life insurance, I was talking to my dad about it. Some insurance do like until you this age or something like that. What do you call that type of insurance?
Term? Well, it would all just depend on what type.
No, because I know it's two types. It's one type where like you can have it for the rest of your life, and the other type
That's
is
whole.
you have it. Yes. Okay. So so when I was calling around, I was getting presented. We call that the half one, the half insurance.
Term?
Yeah, half a term, right? How you say that?
It all just depends.
All right, so so I don't know the name of this, but the insurance that I was looking for, not say I was looking for that it was presented to me, it was just they was going off like, okay, you have until at this age. So that wasn't a whole whatever you call that. So the one I have the whole insurance. However you
A
say
whole
it.
life policy.
Whole life. Okay, that. So, but yeah, so I got that, and I'm planning on upgrading once I buy my duplex.
And are you healthy? Right?
Yeah, I'm healthy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, we're gonna talk like more specifics because term is definitely the best way to go.
Yeah, well, explain that for the listeners who don't know.
I mean, just in general, why do you think you would want to be taxed on money that you're putting away when you do take out a loan?
I mean, I would never take out a loan. That would never be mine.
But you never know. That's what they sold you on. Like, hey,
True.
this is going to generate a cash value. You can always use this as a loan if you ever need money. That is their selling point.
Oh, so you think they was scamming me? That's what you trying to say?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh shit, they done got me. Yeah, I'm with Affleck. Damn.
We're gonna talk.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Damn, that's.
But I
crazy.
mean, it's good. You only started out soon. But the most important part is that you're like, no, this is something that I want to do for
Yeah.
myself.
Man, for sure, yeah, because I don't want to be a burden. That's my biggest like fear. Because I want to have children too as well, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, like they struggling about burying me and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. So on to the next question. I wanted to ask, you moved to Georgia. Now, which part of Georgia you moved to?
Atlanta.
Okay. Now, why did you make that move?
I was ready to get out of here.
I feel you.
I was promoting and stuff. So, that means I was going out on a regular basis, seeing the same faces, listening to the same music, doing the same thing every day. That's not my personality at all.
Okay.
I hate to fall into a routine. It doesn't suit me.
Okay.
So I'm like, I want to get out of here. In May of 2017, I went to aesthetic school. Well, I had started the August before, so it would have been August 2016.
Okay.
I was in school to be an esthetician. I got licensed here and everything, passed that state exam. And then I took that with me to Atlanta. I'm like, okay, down in Atlanta, their industry is progressive. It's faster. Everything is moving. All the parts, like they're ahead of everything up here. People need waxes more often than they do up here because how often do we see the sun or warm weather?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me go move where it's necessary. And I just went down there and I started learning. Granted, I had hopes of going into the medical side
Yeah.
where it would be more Botox, advanced facials, so using different types of machines. But God has a way of working things out because I moved in November of 2017, but then I had my first defibrillator put in March of 2008. So it's just a few months that I had been there that I ended up having surgery.
All of it for your heart, right?
Yes.
Okay, I saw
So
that.
like you're watching the shows and they're like, take the paddles out and they put them on the person's chest and they're like, clear.
Yeah.
So I have one of those, but it's built in. Like it's
like a- what do you
inside
call
of
that?
me. A defibrillator. Some people have
another word.
pacemakers,
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
but I have a defibrillator. So pacemakers are for people who have very low heart rates. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, so I want to ask you a question. Last question about your heart. So is it gonna get worse as the older you get?
Well, everything we do right now is to prevent it from getting worse. But with the disease, it can cause sudden death, which is very rare, but it's already happened to my uncle. So my dad's youngest sibling passed away when he was 26. But he also didn't take care of himself. He didn't take his medication. He didn't really listen to the doctors. He just wanted to live life how he wanted to. And they had given him only to 19, but he managed to make it to 26. So
And your dad's still alive, right?
he is. My dad will be 53 this year.
Oh, that's a blessing.
But he also has a defibrillator. My grandfather has a defibrillator. My brother has one.
Damn. What?
But I mean, it like some people are like, "Wow, I can't believe you go through that or you deal with that on a regular basis." But for me, it was like without them, I could have been in a situation where I didn't know what was going on with me because I did play sports like as a kid. So I was wondering, like, damn, why can't I keep up with the other kids? Or like, why does it feel like I can't breathe? So by having that background, it was kind of like a blueprint of what I needed to do in order to make sure I was okay. Okay, there was a basketball player. I don't want to say his name wrong, but maybe like 5 or 6 years ago in Illinois, he was playing basketball on the court and literally just passed out and fell. But he had the same heart disease that I have.
He died?
Yes.
I think I heard of that.
Yes.
I don't know his name, but yeah. Yeah, okay.
But like that literally could have been me, like had I not known my family history or anything.
Damn.
So I'm grateful for that because I can do these, take these measures to make sure it doesn't get worse.
So, like, does that mess with your mental, though, sometimes?
I mean, sometimes like for instance, let's say that I did like getting on roller coasters. I wouldn't be able to get on one. But.
Yeah. Because the reason I'm asking, because, like, there's people who have, like, conditions, and sometimes, like, it put them in that bad headspace because it's like, damn, I can't do what a normal person can do. You know what I'm saying?
I be living life.
I'm glad to hear that, though.
I mean, I don't drink aside from that drink I just had, but that was just to kind of wake up. I don't smoke. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, to be honest. I still live. You see my eyes twitching? It's from the caffeine.
No, you crazy. But yeah, on what? I really applaud you. I really applaud you. So, how's life in Atlanta?
I mean, it's cool. I stay outside of the city, like north of the city a little bit, but I do a lot of hiking. So I find places that have like waterfalls, and sometimes I go for like anywhere from 4 to 7 mile hikes, and I just go out there by myself.
Oh, just living. Okay, some Dora Explorer. I can dig that.
Literally. But I mean, it's a good time. There's a lot of things to do if that's what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Atlanta once.
Just once?
Yeah, it was for my birthday. It was for my golden birthday.
Which was?
Well, it was like 2 years ago. But like, I was turning 27 at the time. I'm 29. I just turned 29. Okay. Yeah, so
Happy belated.
Oh, good looking. Yeah, but it was cool. It was very cool. Definitely different. Hot, but different. But yeah, it was very hot.
What time of year did you go?
Around my birthday. My birthday was June 27th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was very cool. So, damn. So we were talking earlier, like back and forth with the messages and stuff like that. You was mentioning about like you was battling like depression or something like that. Mm-hmm. So like, how did you start like? How did you realize like you was like
what I was going through?
Yeah.
Probably because both of my parents both dealt with mental health issues, and it wasn't that I was completely unaware of what it would look like. I mean, I grew up watching and having to deal with that. So just having those conversations with them, like, I'm not feeling this, or just feeling down, feeling bad, not wanting to be around people, they were already picking up on it. Being in a bad relationship at that time. So I would say it was a collaborative type of thing. Like, are you doing okay? Like, do you need help? Or it had just gotten to the point where I actually tried to commit suicide twice.
Yeah. Like how? What you trying to? I mean, you don't mind me asking.
I just took a whole bunch of medication.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I took like a whole bottle of my heart pills, and then I took a whole bottle of Benadryl.
That's not funny, but that's crazy.
I laugh about it now because it's like, what the hell was you doing? Like, was it really that bad?
Yeah.
But sometimes in those moments, like, I fully empathize with people or sympathize with them because a lot of times it feels like you know how to swim, but you still feel like you're drowning anyways.
Yeah. Damn. I see. I see. Um.
So like, how did you find the strength or support to work through those challenges?
Well, when I first graduated high school, I went to Indiana State University for 2 years. And then the person I was dating at the time lived here in Wisconsin. So I ended up transferring and going to UW Milwaukee, which it was cool, I guess. I met a lot of cool people there, but I basically should have never moved back here. I mean, it did, but I don't blame anybody. I don't fault anybody, not my parents, not myself, not him. Everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. I would have never figured out how strong I really was mentally, what boundaries I could really go to. And honestly, anytime I was in a situation like that, it was like, who could I really call on? God. It always took me back to who is, if I'm in a room by myself, whether it was when I was in I don't want to call it the crazy house, but when you're in the mental institutions, like, who do you have when you're in there?
Wait, you was in the mental?
Yeah, when you
mental
try to commit
institution?
suicide and you have
Oh,
to
yeah, okay, that
be
makes sense.
admitted for at least 72 hours. Yeah. So I did have to go twice. And because of my heart condition, I was really in the regular part of the hospital for 3 days, and then I was in there for 3. But I checked myself into, it was like a 30-day program where I basically went to therapy every day. I was in group sessions, and they made sure that none of, like, what I was going through wouldn't trigger you and vice versa. When we were in the group settings, and then we had individual settings, but I would still go home afterwards. So, I mean, I did that, but I know that I'm really good at talking myself out of anything. So even when I was in the mental hospital for the 3 days, the psychiatrist is basically like, okay, do we need to extend the period? Like, what are our next steps? Like, no, I'm good. I just had a moment. I don't know why I was doing that. But when you become like really, really good at that, it's scary. I don't feel like I needed to be in there longer, but I probably should have been. Because when you're strategic about how you want to take yourself out, I took the heart medicine because I knew it would slow my heart rate, and then I took the Benadryl because I knew it would put me to sleep. You know what I mean? But to have done that twice and to still be here, God needed me here. He wanted me here. Like, I have a
Yeah, for
purpose.
sure.
So I look to that purpose and that thought of having one all the time. Yeah.
No, that's what's up though. Like, you know, only reason why I say that's what's up because it's like you overcame. Yeah, my bad. I got a text message, but it sound like my bad. I got so distracted. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that that's good that you overcame what you overcome because most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people be stuck in that victim mentality. It's just very unfortunate. So,
That's
yeah.
so, now I
So,
help people.
yeah. So, like, I want to ask, like, what advice would you give to others who may be struggling with depression or mental illness?
You have to get outside. Like, it is a must. The hardest thing is pushing beyond like what you feel like doing, because most times than not, you're not in the mood to do anything, but that's what that mood is. So when you do get outside and you force yourself to do something you don't want to, it won't last as long. And you have to have a support system. You have to have people who are going to be checking on you, people that you can count on, who have great positive mindsets. So when you're down, they can pull you up. But you have to
Yep, I
make sure
feel you on
that
that
those
part.
people are mentally strong. Because if they're not, they kind of allow you to fall.
Yeah, I could, cause like I was in a relationship and like certain events took place that put me in a bad headspace, and there were certain people that would call like damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep my spirits up. So yeah, that part I can feel you on that
And
one.
praying. Like you got to keep
Oh,
God
what you
close.
said? What you said for real? Yeah, I feel you on that one. Yeah, man, I had a little flashback for real. Nah, for real. Cause sometimes sometimes like you be how can I explain this? Like I can understand what you mean by like I'm not even judging you or looking at you crazy about you want to like about like you want to like kill yourself. Cause sometimes like some people like they be in so much pain where they feel like they can't ever get out of it. So it's like the best bet is like don't even just end it all. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been in that situation before. So that's why I definitely can understand where you're coming from on that one.
And one thing I hate, people are like, well, you're too pretty to be going through that. And it's like, that you sound ignorant as hell. I don't know if you need me to cuss on here, but it's it's really annoying because it's like the life that I live, it's almost like people expect me to have this great life because I look the way that I look. One, I didn't ask God to make me look the way that I look. Like I had no say so in how I came out, like how I am. Like this is just how I'm supposed to be. But to expect that my life should be easy just because I do look the way that I look is insane to me. Like I still have to endure things at which someone you find less attractive or less good looking as me or whatever into your mind, because I think everybody is beautiful, but it's just always mind blowing to me, like why would you, to me it's honestly worse.
Right. So do you hear that from guys or you hear that from
Both.
just any?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Cause yeah, I can see I can see on both sides because like for the people who say like wow you very pretty, cause from a male perspective they when they look at you they be like man you know if you was my girlfriend or wife or whatever like you done be going through that I'd be doing this and this and this and that they be so fascinated of how you look if that
But
makes
that's the
sense.
thing, a lot of times your mental has zero to do with what somebody else can do for you, or honestly what you can do for yourself. It's just, it's more so a knowing thing, because you can't buy your way out of mental health issues or where you are, but it does take a lot of, it takes a lot of work.
It do it do it do it definitely do. So I take it as you must had a lot of therapy.
I did i i did have a lot of therapy. I really got into, I wouldn't say drawing, but just art in general and the beauty in art,
Oh,
because I paint as well.
oh, so you have a creative mind.
Yes, the freedom. But creative minds can go both ways. Like it could be good, it could be bad too.
Let me find out you drawing pictures of killing people.
I wouldn't waste my time doing that. But if that's how you feel or if that's what you see, a lot of times it's good to get it out. We keep so much up here that if you just were to put it on paper and say it was 100 pages worth, you can find people who relate to it.
So let me ask you this: so like, how has overcoming depression shaped your perspective on life and your personal
Man,
growth?
it's worth living for real. Like you just don't know who you gonna meet, what you'll be capable of doing. You realize how strong you really are. And I always feel like full circle, it comes back to God. Like He needs you to know that no matter what, you have to depend on Him. Because I've been like 2024, as soon as COVID hit the States, I had COVID, I had meningitis, and I had chronic sinusitis, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and I nearly died. But in there, because nobody could come visit me, nobody could come see me, the only person I could depend on was God. I had people compliment to me like, "Wow, you have such a great attitude to be like where you are," and I'm like, "I need y'all to take care of me right now. Me being an asshole to y'all is not gonna benefit me any. You know what I mean?" But it always comes back full circle to him.
Damn, I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one, man. See, like this is my first time.
Yeah.
So it's like I would never thought like you have this interesting story about yourself.
My one of my really good friends, he's like a brother to me, but he's like, "Nate, you're such an anomaly because people will look at you and think one way about you, but when they get to know you and they hear you speak, they're like,
Yeah,
what?" Right.
yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, I'm having that moment right now. Like, damn, like for real, you like, damn, you went through that. Like, then with your heart thing, kind of threw me off. Like, not in a bad way, but I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, but I applaud you though. You're very strong though. So, yeah, yeah, for sure. Another question. You probably answered this already, but are there any misconceptions about depression that you like to clarify based on your own experience?
Every day is not feeling like you're just above ground or you're trying to tread water. Like sometimes you do have an okay day, but it it can be very scary. It's very lonely. But like I said, as long as you have that support system, I think you'll be good.
Yeah, I feel you on that part. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. Yeah, cause yeah, you gotta have that good support system. Cause like for me, like I'm an overthinker, so like it depends on the situation. Like sometimes like I call certain people to like calm my anxiety down because it's like yeah, cause man, yeah, I feel you on that one.
And I want to say, I don't know if it was a guy like I was trying to talk to or get to know or whatever, but he asked me, he was like, I personally feel like it was just some attention you weren't getting. So when I sat back and I thought about what he said, because initial reaction, I was like, what the fuck you talking about? I just want some attention. But when I actually sat back and thought about it, I'm like, no, it was. The attention that I was getting wasn't what I needed. And wanting and needing attention is not a bad thing. Like I said, people look at me and they're like, oh, this girl, like, she doesn't need anything because X, Y, Z, she look like this. She's fine, but that's not the case. I'm always getting attention, yes, but is it what I need? No.
Got it. Make perfect
Yeah.
sense. Make perfect sense. So last question about your about this depression topic. Is there anything else you would like to share about your journey that you think could inspire or help others?
Nothing other than that I would have already said, I don't think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But I want to chip in like because I definitely talk to a therapist like at least like once a month, and they've been helping me a lot too. Like for sure. Cause like I don't battle with depression. Only like you know if I was in a relationship, like me being in a relationship in the past, and yeah, that definitely put me in a bad headspace. But yeah, I just, I just really hope people seek therapy for sure. And I think like find the right therapist, especially if you black. Like for me, like I talked to a therapist. He's old and black, and he can relate. So I feel like you gotta talk to somebody who can relate too.
Right. I absolutely agree. And I don't even think you have to be battling depression or any type of mental illness to seek therapy. Therapy is great for everybody. It's literally like this conversation here is therapeutic. I'm telling you about me and how I can help you in ways that I may be completely unaware of, and vice versa. Which basically that's all therapy is.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, cause so let me ask you this: so how did therapy help you to how did therapy help you to make I want to say better decisions? Yeah, yeah. What helps you to go about things differently than you normally
Yeah,
would?
well, my therapist now, she's always reminding me, she'll be like, just take a minute and realize that what you think it is isn't necessarily always the case. put space between you and what's happening so that you get time to truly figure it out. Because a lot of times our traumas will internally and subconsciously have us believing that what we are dealing with is something that it completely isn't.
I agree
So like
100% to that.
with my mom, like us, being little black kids or whatever. You know how black moms are, like they just yell for whatever reason, they hit you for whatever reason because you need to be
Yeah.
sitting down, you making too much noise, whatever. So that obviously happened to me. So if somebody starts yelling and getting loud at me, she said the child in me is perceiving that person to be yelling at the child again, when that's not the
Yeah.
case. So how we choose to respond to that person is usually in protecting that inner child.
I agree. Like, I think my
It was
therapist had said
crazy.
this. Yeah, I think he said something to me like everyone live with. I forgot how he worded it, but everyone live with trauma or something like that. Everybody got some type of
Oh,
trauma
yeah.
they live with. So that is definitely true. And it's so crazy when you said that, like, just my own personal experience. Like, I went through like, how can I explain this? Like, so like in the past, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this example. So like, let's say I didn't know you, right? And like, you call me stupid, I would get offended by that because like growing up, I was in like a special ed stuff like that. So like the trauma of people, calling me stupid, or the trauma of like being like picked on,
Triggers
like
you.
you said, the inner, like that inner child comes
Yeah.
out. Then yeah. So it's just like
You gotta
that's
protect
funny.
him.
Yeah,
And
yeah, for
it's
sure. Yeah,
so now, being that I wouldn't say like truly I raised myself, my brother, and my youngest sister, but I kind of did. So with that being said, now that I'm 30 and I don't have any kids, and everybody's like, "Do you have kids or do you want kids?" I'm like, "No, I'm the kid." Like the kid in me is starting to live and truly enjoy life, and I think that's what I was missing. So now that I get to enjoy it, man, when I say life is worth living, you literally just have
yeah.
to do what makes you happy.
I agree
It's worth
100%. So what do you do to make you happy?
I paint or do something creative. I go hiking. I love to go swimming. I love just being outdoors.
Oh, so you were a adventurous,
Oh,
you an
and
adventurous
I'm
person?
just like very spontaneous. So if something comes to mind, I'll do it right there on the spot. I don't even care what it is.
Okay.
And I recently just learned, like starting the life insurance stuff. I had there was just a convention down in Atlanta, so it was at the Benz Stadium, between the Benz Stadium and the Georgia World Congress Center.
Yeah.
70,000 people probably showed up for this convention. But I'm going in here by myself looking for where my people are. Most of the time the groups will meet outside and then they go in there together.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking to myself, some of the most valuable moments in my life, I have always had to be there by myself. And I think that's a lot of our problems. We want to take somebody with us. But I think trying to take somebody with you is an easy distraction.
Yeah, I
You won't
agree.
even get the message that God is intending for you to receive because you have somebody there with you.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I definitely agree with that one. I definitely agree with that one. So I gotta ask. So you're married, right? Or going through a little divorce or whatever?
I am married.
Okay. So like, how can I ask you this? Like, how's that experience is like being married? And like, how long you was like? What made you get married anyway? I'm just gonna be straightforward. Like, what made you get married?
Just wanting or thinking that this person was my person. Like,
So how long you been married?
just a little over a year and a half.
Oh, okay. So, when y'all wanna,
Go separate ways? Oh, it's
yeah,
just like an idea or thought of mine. He doesn't particularly want to get a divorce. And this is funny because literally only my brother and my sister know. And now you. I've been told that.
oh shit, oh damn, oh shit, know the whole world going on
Oh,
now.
it's okay. But yeah, when you make that type of commitment to someone, most people want to say, well, you married this person, you have to keep giving them chances. Like, no, when they decided to marry me, that was a chance.
Well, I mean, true, but okay. Well, why do you want the divorce? He don't want the
Being
divorce, but why do you want it?
underappreciated and undervalued.
Oh, it's like, what do you mean?
Most people aren't going to change because my husband's almost 6 years older than me.
6 years?
He, you're not going to change. And you're definitely not going to do that overnight. I think he's an amazing person. I think he's a great person. I just don't think he's my person.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, I don't, I mean, I don't know the whole full situation, but I mean, conversation rules the nation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why not have that adult conversation?
We have. It's not just like I came out of the blue one day and was like, oh, I want a divorce.
So wait, did he cheat on you?
No. But I think cheating would have been easier.
So he didn't cheat on you, and you just feel undervalued, if I'm saying that right.
And like he's not there mentally.
So what you mean not there mentally?
Have you ever been in the room with someone and their physical body is there, but they're not there?
Oh, so like he just like got his mind or something else? You ever ask him what like what's going on with him?
Believe me, I've tried. And it wasn't until I recently told him that I wanted a divorce that everything that I had been asking for from him and of him for the past 6 months or so, or even longer, now all of a sudden he wants to do it.
I mean, okay, I say this. You gotta do what you feel.
Oh, I know.
I just a suggestion. I mean, from a man perspective. I mean, I'm not saying what he did was right at all, by no chance. But I mean, sometimes in life we need that wake up call. Sometimes.
And I keep hearing that from men. Only.
See, it's just that I feel like this is my opinion. I feel like women should have an understanding how men work, and I believe a man should understand how a woman works. You know what I'm saying? So when you see your man acting strange, you have to ask yourself, okay, why is he doing this? But then when I say, like, you know what, I want us to break up, then you just doing everything that I want you to do. Same with a woman, like, damn, why she keep having attitude, stuff like that. But you're not understanding, maybe it's her period, or maybe just different, whatever a woman goes, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying what I was saying, because it's like, it's just shit, marriage take work. Because I say this, whoever you decide to date again or marry, it's gonna be the exact same thing. You might not think that, but like the grass not always greener on the other side.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like really ain't nothing really out here. So like, I don't know your whole full situation, so it's easy for me to speak on it. I don't know, but I just feel like if you got somebody who's like a good listener, no, I ain't only gonna say it all that. If you got somebody who's, how can I say this? If you have somebody who genuinely care about you, like you can't take those type of people for granted, because it ain't, those type of people don't come back around. So for him to still want to fight it and he never like stepped out on your marriage or nothing like that, I mean, that's of.
But you
Say
said,
that.
go back to before you said the only thing he hasn't done is stepped out on you. Go back to what you said.
Damn, I don't remember. But
Somebody who genuinely cares.
yeah. Oh yes, yeah.
But
Somebody
if you
that's
have a wife who's showing up for you every day despite how you're treating her, now it's my turn to say, hey, this person has not changed. Because it's not like I just randomly came out and said, I want a divorce because of X, Y, and Z. I have had these conversations over and over. Like, I need this from you. I need that from you. I need this from you. I need that from you. And then I'm not only just saying that, I'm asking, like, are you doing okay mentally? Like, what do you need? I'm here. But now I'm to a point where I don't feel like I have a purpose in being your wife. And that's
I
not
can
a
understand
good
that part.
way to be.
Shit, why not pray? Like, baby, let's sit down and pray. You did that too? Damn. I mean,
But
I
it
don't know.
wasn't any type of motion or emotion until I said, you know what? I want a divorce. So it's almost like I don't know for y'all men who are listening. Don't wait until a woman says she's ready to leave, because by then she's usually mentally checked out, and it's really hard to check back into
Yeah,
something.
man, you
Because
ain't lying.
honestly, we're not just dating; we're married.
So how long you guys was dating before you got
About
married?
2.5 years. So most people are like, well, you know, you should give him a chance because you are married. And I'm like, well, he married me. Why wouldn't he be giving me this
It
chance
takes
either?
two though, but like it takes two. It's not like, oh well, he married me or she married me. Y'all married each
No, I
other.
know that.
Yeah, so it's like, damn, yeah, man. You know, I'm all about saving the black love.
Hey, I feel it, but if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
I feel you. I feel you. Got to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. So like, do you believe in 50-50? You believe a man supposed to pay for everything?
No, I actually believe in 100-100.
Damn, you the second person who said that. Now explain that to me.
Because I'm supposed to be an entire person when I meet you or my person, and vice versa. You're supposed to be 100. So when we come together, like, what can break us? You know what I mean? Like, everything should be possible, but I mean, you're talking about pay for everything. No. Are you talking about living wise or date wise?
Yeah, like living wise. Like they say, like, cause some women, not saying you, but some women out here, they be like, oh well, you know, I want a man. I want to be a housewife. Like I want to able to stay at home, take care of the kids while my husband go do X, Y, and Z.
Bro, I would prefer my husband to be the house husband and I work. I do.
Really?
Sitting at home is so boring to me.
So you wouldn't mind?
I am a housewife, technically. Yes, I own my own business and I wax people, but most of the time I'm at home or I work from home. But doing housework is way harder than going out and working.
Yeah, but see, man.
No, I'm not saying I despise it or I hate it, but if you come home from work every day, now okay, like we gonna say that you take care of the house and your girl is out working. If she come home and she gets him dirty and shit up and messing everything up that you literally took your time on, you have like you've talked to her throughout the day and she having a bad day. You like, you know what? I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. So when she come home, she don't have to worry about nothing. I want to set the energy and the vibe in the house so she don't gotta worry about nothing. She can just relax. She can eat, do extra work if she got to, read a book, take a bath, whatever. This person don't pay attention to none of this every fucking time. You gonna be over that. Cause you're like, damn, you don't appreciate what I'm doing, or their energy just constantly sucks the life out of you. What I won't do, and I'm glad that's what we kind of talked about at the beginning, is the depression part. I won't let anybody take me back to that.
I feel you on that part.
Like I've fought hard to get out of that, so I don't care who you are.
So why do you think, from a woman perspective, why do you think women want that? Like, oh, I want a man to pay all the bills so I stay at
I
home,
don't know
or
if it's just what they feel like they see, but I can't speak for all women. I can only speak for myself. I have always worked. Um, I love giving, and also too, I don't like really depending on anybody for anything. So having to ask for things is weird to me. But probably just from what they see, and maybe it's just my situation. Maybe I would like it with somebody else.
I see. Cause no, cause it's like, you know, I'll be having certain conversations with different women about this, and you know, I mean, wherever, you know, different strokes for different folks. But I just be like, so, like, how can I say this? Like, I'm gonna be straightforward. Like, I just be so confused. Like, you know, when women be like, oh, I want a man to do X, Y, and Z, it's just like, are you worthy of that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It was just, yeah. So like, are you worthy of that? Or like some women, they just look at, you know, they don't look at a man's heart. They just look at what you mate. Yeah. So, like, what's your opinion on like, um, Jada Waiter? I think she made a comment saying like, she rather get dogged out by a guy who have more than her than to be dogged out by a guy who had less than her. Like from your perspective, like, do you understand why she said that? Like, do you agree with that? I should say.
I mean, I don't really be paying attention to what too many other people say,
But just hearing that.
so she, I just want to reiterate what she said. She'd rather be dogged out by a man who has more than her than less than her.
Yeah.
Probably embarrassing.
Because I think from her perspective, like a guy who have less than her may make her feel insecure, like because you know what I'm
I
saying.
don't know, but then that's only in the mindset of judging people by what they have versus who they are, when who they are could be more than what they have.
True. Yeah, true. I think I ain't never thought about it that way. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. So I can't say that I agree or disagree, but
I see,
I mean, I personally wouldn't want to be dogged out by anybody.
and I feel you. So like, what is the last question on this topic? Like, what is your, two last questions? So like, what is your type? Like, what type? Like, yeah, what is your type of man that you're looking for? And would you actually? I'm asking you the two last question. What is your type? And do you see yourself being married again?
Well, I answer the first question or the last question first. Do I plan on or do I see myself getting married again? It's possible, but I would have to like pray about that one. Because being a child that my mom divorced my dad and then she got married to my stepdad and then got divorced to him and then my dad was obviously married to my mom, divorced him, but then he got married to my second or my other sister, her mom, but then divorced her. So it's like 3 divorces that I saw. Last thing I wanted to do was get divorced, but if it's not who God made for me, then I obviously shouldn't have done it in the first place.
So do you think that you divorcing your husband, you think you going about it because that's what you so used to seeing growing up?
I mean, it's true, but at the same time, there were always kids involved in those situations, and a lot of time people stay like,
Because of the
I
kids.
can't do what I could do with both of us together for the kid. I don't have that.
Oh, see.
I don't have to stay. And the last thing I want to do is get into a cycle of me believing that this is all that I deserve in my life for somebody to only see the value of me when it's too late or when I choose to walk away and do better or find better for myself. I don't want it to be 10 years down the line and I'm singing the same song.
I feel you on that part. Because, you know, my parents got a divorce when I was a senior in high school. Yeah, they was married for like 18 plus years, but they was together for 20 plus years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so for me, I'm like, shit, if I get married, man, we locked down for life unless you don't cheat. But like, it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I just can't divorce you because we're not seeing eye to eye. Like, whatever we going through, like, we're gonna get through this. That just, I mean, easier said than done.
Say that now.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I feel like, cause it's just my opinion. Just me personally. I feel like no matter who you be with, you're still gonna experience the same thing. It depends on the situation. And then too, I just really, like my mom had told me, like, when you marry, you have to keep God in it. As long as you keep God in it, you be fine. Cause that's what messed with my parents' marriage. They didn't keep God in it, and then that's when everything was just crumbled. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But one last question. You mentioned about God a lot, and what I wanted to know is who planted that seed? Like, did you grow up in the church home?
My mom.
Oh, your mom did? Your mom planted? Oh, that's cute. Same here. Okay, go ahead.
So she grew up in a church because my granny raised her. So her
Okay.
mom's mom raised her.
Yeah.
So she was always in church in the choir. I can't remember everything she did in church, but she did a lot. So then I eventually started going to church, and I was a praise dancer. Um, and I went to private schools. Like that's all I went to.
Wait, what private school you went to?
Luther in Racine.
Oh, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
So we only played like Dominican and
Okay.
something else.
Oh.
So I was in private school from kindergarten to 12th grade. So it wasn't until I got to college that I was in public school.
Okay. Okay. So like, what made you continue to keep it going? Because most people who grew up in a church home, they be like, it was forced it was forced onto me, so I don't like it. They just steer away. What kept you just kept going?
It's the calm in every storm that has made the most sense. It's more so like a feeling than anything. And I don't force a feeling. Like there are times, you know how people say you should never question God? And I'm like, if you don't, or you have never questioned God, I don't really feel like you know him. And I also don't feel like you're that close to him. We question every one of our parents for nearly everything. Why would he be excluded from that? So like when my cousin just recently passed away, like God, why would you? Like, is he gonna listen to me? You know? I don't know. I feel like you should. Once you get to that point, that's when the relationship starts. It gets a lot stronger.
I feel you on that part. I feel you on that one. Yeah, yeah. Because my mom had planted that seed for me too as well, and so I think that was like the best thing she ever done for me by doing that. But yeah, so yeah, that's all the questions I have. I appreciate you coming. Now, how can anyone get in contact with you for them to be like your life insurance agent and what you do again, like wax and stuff like that?
Yep. Well, my Instagram is at the Zhane Ashanti, TheZhaneAshanti.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, Instagram is usually the easiest way. I'm
All right.
always making a post about something.
All right, bad. Yeah, so y'all make sure if you in Atlanta, make sure y'all follow her. So yeah, yeah, I appreciate you coming.
Of course.
That's it.